Here we go. We got Anti-Hero, which is the one that Taylor's, I guess, releasing as a single, or really pushing as a single in the aspect of it's the first one that released with a music video. It's also the one she's promoting with YouTube Shorts, with the Anti-Hero trend that she's trying to promote on YouTube Shorts. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing, I guess, it'd be the lead single off of the album. Oh, definitely got a more poppy vibe for sure.
I have this thing where I get older, but
Dude,
just
does her vocals not sound so insanely good? I don't know what it is about it. It just sounds so good. Lo-fi drums.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis.
These rhyme schemes are so good.
I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, 'cause you got tired of my scheming. For the last time.
I want to pause really clear and talk about that rhyme scheme in the sense of like, that's a lot of perfect rhymes one another after a row. Perfect rhyme, perfect rhyme, perfect rhyme, as opposed to like slant rhymes or like essentially slant rhymes versus perfect rhyme. Example would be like bottle and waddle are perfect rhymes. I looked at my water bottle, that's why. But like joy and let's see, like I don't even know, like for example, another perfect rhyme would be like joy and toy. But like then if you said maybe like ahoy, because now you're changing syllabolic differences, like now it's not necessarily, it's more of a slant rhyme than a perfect rhyme. We're getting kind of like really far into songwriting, but like typically professional songwriters kind of stay away from these perfect rhymes in the sense of like, because it's very easy to do essentially, and they kind of sound a little bit beginner. But what was interesting here is they didn't normally, like, because their perfect rhymes are so like they're so, what's the word I'm looking for, like they're so easy to point out that they become almost like obtrusive to the listener, in the sense of like they stand out very much. So typically if you want to use something that's like really stands out to the listener, you would use a perfect rhyme. But here Taylor is actually known to use a lot of perfect rhymes in her songwriting, but here these rhymes for probably about 6 lines have these perfect rhyme schemes, and it doesn't stand out, which is cool, because like it creates this, like, it draws you in to this like loophole effect, but it's not like, okay, this is like really standing out. So it's a cool way to do the perfect rhyme schemes, partly in the sense of like they weren't like, they were syllabolically different, and that's a good way to actually do it as well, is because they weren't like, I really love my toy, it brings me a lot of joy. See how both of those have the same exact amount of syllables? Like, I really love my toy because every time I miss you I have so much joy. Like, you see how now we changed it, same exact rhyme scheme, but because you changed the syllables, it has a different feel. Kind of what Taylor did there.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees.
Big layered vocals.
I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. Sometimes.
Very interesting contrast in synths or in sound right there, in the sense that like it must be very exhausting rooting for the anti-hero, kind of like this depressing lyric, and then going into these very bright like synths, almost happy synths. Very interesting contrast. Very I haven't checked yet, but I guarantee this is helped produce exactly Jack Antonoff. Like that right there is totally a Bleachers sound, like, and again the new 1975 album, like very Bleachers tone. Jack Antonoff, everybody has a distinct writing and producing style. This is definitely in Jack's style. Let's listen back to it, this synth sound. Both like synths and stuff.
Sometimes I feel like everybody is a sexy baby, and I'm a monster on the hill. Too big to hang out, slowly lurching toward your favorite city. Pierced through the heart, but never killed. Did you hear my covert narcissism? Like disguises altruism, like some kind of consciousness. This time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, and life will lose all its meaning.
Again, man, like get perfect rhyme scheme. Like she's intertwining these perfect rhymes within so many different like syllabolic changes. It doesn't feel like this perfect rhyme, which is really cool. I also want to talk about, like, again, Taylor's writing style. Really impressive in the fact of like altruism. Who uses the word altruism on a daily basis? First of all, then narcissism. Like she's so good at putting these like level A dictionary words that we don't usually use in human dialect, but she puts them into her songs and they fit so well, and it's really well
It's
done.
me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. Kills me for the money. She thinks I left them in the will. The family gathers around and reads it, and then someone screams out, she's laughing up at us from hell. It's me. I am the problem. It's
Again, a delayed vocal where it's not perfectly in time. Interesting.
It's me. I'm the problem, it's me. It's me.
Nice stereo synths.
I'm the problem, it's me. It's me.
Very conversationalist here.
Everybody agrees, everybody agrees. It's me. Hi.
Dude, these synths are so good. Listen to the tremolo on the synth, the pulsing in and out, the woo, 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 woo. As opposed to, that synth is probably like more like a woo kind of tone, but the way they're getting is with tremolo, giving that pulsing woo, 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 which is a fluctuation. It's technically a modulation, because modulation is fluctuation in frequency. But there are the frequency that they're adjusting, it's really the volume. It's fluctuation in volume right here, which is really cool.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Time. Everybody agrees.
Hear a little vocal fry in there?
I'll stare directly at the sun,
Fry?
but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
Again, with that very happy sound at the end of that track is very, very interesting. Like this, it has this very happy tone, but it's kind of like a sad song. Very interesting. I'd love to know what you guys think of it. I'm going to check out the music video in a sec. I haven't actually checked out the music video, so I'm looking forward to that. This is Taylor Swift and Lana Del Rey, Snow on the Beach, 4th track in the album. Again, we're starting to kind of build up in the album where the sense of Lavender Haze was very chill, Maroon was very chill. Anti-Hero started to build up. It even started with a pretty upbeat drum pattern. Interesting contrast in the song in the sense that it started very, like it had a very happy feel, even though it's kind of sad lyrics, which is kind of like an interesting because we have Anti-Hero. Kind of cool contrast.